we go, we're going faster.
Yay!
Are you having fun in the car?
Yay!
So there's a ton of tech in this car, which I'm really, really impressed by, and I think will just make driving safer for me and for the children.
I really, really love the road presence that I have in this car. Even on efficient mode, this car moves really nicely. Most cars you drive, there's a compromise somewhere, but with this one I don't feel like I've compromised at all. The kids loved it, my husband loved it, my mum loved it, I loved it. This car honestly has everything. The attention to detail in the car is excellent. It's been really nice, and I just wish I had it for another 24 hours.
Hi, my name's Amy. I am a 30-something-year-old mum of two, and I am in the market for a new car. So I'm currently en route to Vindis, Northampton Audi, to go and pick up a Q4 for 24 hours. Very excited. You can probably hear I'm currently driving a petrol. It is a self-charging hybrid, so I guess you can say I'm kind of making the move from traditional engines to electric, but I'm now quite keen to go and try a full 100% electric vehicle. It's only 24 hours, but I'm quite nervous. As I just said, I'm a mum of two, so I need to have convenience, practicality. I don't want any faff with having to charge. I'm going to take you with me, and we're going to see what electric driving is really like. And we're going to see what German cars are really like as well. I've never driven a German car, so I'm quite keen to get my hands on one and see what all the fuss is about. See whether electric charging is as difficult as people say it is out and about, or whether we can figure this out. So as a reminder, I need practicality. It needs to be something that can fit into my life and offer reliability and ease and comfort. I've got two children, one of which is four and a half. I can't say she's 4, she's 4.5. She starts school in September, so it's got to be easy. I also commute, so I'm off today, which is lovely, but normally I'm commuting sort of 45 minutes into the office, so there's got to be a good commuting car, a good family car. It's got to be spacious, it's got to be reliable, it's got to be practical, and you know what, I actually really want it to look good as well, so it's got quite a lot to live up to. I don't want to dwell too much on safety features, because obviously you hope that you never have to use them, but it's got to have certain things like ISOFIX for the car seats, lane keeping assist, anti-collision alert, all of these additional safety features that I know are out there that I don't benefit from currently in the car that I'm in. I just want to feel like I'm safe in the car when I'm commuting, and more importantly, that the girls are safe when they're travelling with me in the back. We are planning on driving over to France next year, so even things like automated headlights and ones that can bend properly when we're driving on the other side of the road, any of this additional tech, it would just be really interesting to see what's there as standard, and what else is available at an additional price. Also, I'm getting the car's got sign recognition, so it knows what speed limit I'm in
And if for whatever reason I go above the speed limit, it will flash a warning at me, which is quite helpful. There's lane assist, which I've noticed trying to pull me back into the lane on a couple of occasions. So if I were to move out of my lane without indicating, the car actively tries to pull me back into my lane. So really helpful for any kind of long distance driving, and the way you get around that is just by making sure you indicate for every manoeuvre you make. So I said earlier that we're looking to drive across to France over sort of the next year or so, probably next year. So something like that I think would be really helpful for that kind of long distance journey where you might get a little bit more complacent with your manoeuvres. So yeah, really impressed with that feature. So if I use my indicator now, I'll safely move across, nothing. It's not putting me back into my lane. It's a really clever piece of technology. I'm assuming there are cameras sort of underneath my wing mirrors maybe that point downwards and recognise when I'm coming over a line. So again, I'm going to try and not indicate now. There we go, it's putting me back in. So now I indicate, move over, perfect. I think because the car's so easy to drive, it could be quite easy to speed, but it has got limiter. So I've just actually set my speed limiter whilst I'm on the motorway so that I can't go over the speed limit. Yeah, I just think it's so easy to drive this car that you just almost forget and put your foot to the floor. So that's a really helpful feature. There's cruise control as well, which I'm yet to try, but I think my preference I would go for a speed limiter anyway. So yeah, that's really, really helpful. But again, I keep banging on about it, but I'm on the motorway now, a busy motorway, and it's silent. It's absolutely silent. The car is not struggling, it's just cruising at 70 with no issues whatsoever. Perfect for napping children. 3 settings, I believe, to the cruise control. So you can set your distance. It's adaptive cruise control. So you can set your distance between you and the car in front. So I will set mine to the furthest setting. Okay, that's a warning. That's interesting. So that's because a lorry just pulled out in front of me. So there was a warning that flashed up and the car automatically started braking on my behalf. I don't know whether that was because of the adaptive cruise controls that recognised that a vehicle was pulling out in front of me, or whether that was another feature, but really helpful. Obviously avoided a collision successfully. So I'm now cruising and I'm behind a vehicle. So the car is automatically slowing me down, so I'll move out into the next lane and let's see if we speed up again. Exactly, speeding up. Okay, so I've set my adaptive speed, my adaptive cruise control to 70, so we've now reached 70 again. There are no cars in front of me. Thought he was going to put in front of me, didn't. Thank you very much. Okay, so we're still just cruising, 70 miles an hour, no cars in front of me. Okay, so now there's some traffic up ahead. So let's just, I'm going to hover above the brake because obviously safety is first and foremost priority, but we're slowing down. So we're now 67, 66, 65, 64, 63, 62. Yeah, okay, so the adaptive cruise control is really efficient. The braking also is so gentle, you can barely feel the car braking, but it's slowing me right down and it's keeping that safe distance between me and the car in front. That's really impressive. Okay, the car is now accelerating and so am I. So we're now up to 59, 61, 62, 63. So again, the car is just accelerating where it sees safe space and it's pulled me straight back up to 70 miles an hour. Wow. That's really quite impressive. Okay, going to turn that off now because I know that I'm approaching a roundabout. So I would rather be the one in control now. But now's a good time. I'm approaching a roundabout. So it's a good time to test how efficiently I can get up to speed. So it looks as though I'm going to come to a complete stop at the roundabout, which is what I wanted. Okay. So we're now stationary. And when safe to do so, I'm going to see how efficiently the car gets up to speed. We're going to go, go, go. Okay, over the roundabout. And then I'm straight into a 70-mile-an-hour limit. Okay. Let's go. And I'm at 70. Wow. That can't have even taken 5 seconds. It's really impressive. And that's on comfort and drive as well. So I've not put the car into sport mode at any point on my journey. I have remained in comfort. So we're not driving on the most economical setting. We're just driving on the normal setting. When you start the car, it will go to comfort. You can either choose to boost it up to sport mode if you want a sportier drive, or you can go down to economical, which will give you, I'm guessing, the same kind of responsive driving because you're an electric vehicle and it's instant, but you'll preserve the battery power. So if you want to preserve that range, if you're doing really long distance driving, then you might want to go into economical mode, I guess. But comfort has been brilliant for me for this journey. So yeah, I have actually driven a couple of different hybrid models before. So we've had both plug-in hybrid and self-charging hybrid. So we have actually got a home charger for that reason. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get home and I will plug the car in and just see how long it tells me I need to wait for a full battery. But I do also want to go and try a outdoor charger. So I think there's a garden centre and a cafe not too far from me, and they've got, I believe, it to be Instavolt. So I'm going to pop down there as well later and see if I can easily charge the car on an external charger, because I don't want to always rely on home charging. Like I said earlier, we're planning on driving the car over to France, so I need to be confident that when I plug in, it's going to charge quickly, efficiently, without any issues. And we'll see how we go with that. I'm really liking the pure electric power though. It's been a really nice drive home. Okay, so I'm just about to pull in at home. I'm going to reverse onto the drive and see how good the rear parking camera is. My car doesn't have one, it has sensors, but I'm quite intrigued to see what this camera's like. Okay. That's interesting. So it's got lines to help me line myself up. Okay. Very easy. Yeah, I can get used to that. So I am now going to fit the car seats and see how we get on with the ISOFIX, which is in the back. This is normally a pet peeve of mine, and I hate fitting the car seats. I find them so difficult. So let's see how we go. Okay, one down, and that's the quickest I have ever fit an ISOFIX car seat. The guys at Audi have got something really,
really right with how easy that is to fit the Isofix. I just need to tether the car seats now into the back for added security, but honestly, that's probably at least 5 times faster than how I would normally fit a car seat. Fantastic. Okay, both car seats are in. I am impressed. I'm kind of annoyed because it takes me so long to fit car seats at the moment, and I don't know why all cars aren't that simple. Really impressive. Okay, so the car seats are in. Now let's see what the boot space is like and how easy it is to fit my double buggy in. Okay, there is so much space in that boot. I could fit a week's worth of shopping in there easily alongside that double buggy. Brilliant. I almost forgot to show you this part of the Isofix. So this is how the car came today. The Isofix is behind this plastic. So all you do is push it to reveal the Isofix right there. And it honestly has made putting the car seats in the easiest it has ever been. So yeah, well done Audi. So I mentioned earlier that George had shown me around the car and there were a number of safety features that I wanted to explore. So I'm just going to have a look at those now and see what safety features this car has. Probably that I'm not expecting. So you got a speed warning, we've gone through that on the way home. So I mean, it's got a threshold of 150 miles per hour. I don't know when you'd ever get up to that speed. Traffic sign speed warning. So I think I mentioned earlier that if you accidentally go over the speed limit, it will warn you that you've exceeded the traffic limit, and it gives you a threshold of when it will alert you. So you could have it set to your standard 6 miles per hour above, 3 miles an hour above, or 6 miles an hour above the speed limit. I set that back down to standard. We've got traffic light information. Oh, okay, so you need to have a license for that one, which is expired on this test drive vehicle. Adaptive cruise assist, I tried this on the way back and thought it was absolutely fantastic. Predictive speed limiter, so again, I've tried this one and I set the speed limiter and predictive, I'm assuming that means that it will slow you down if you get too close to the vehicle in front of you. Distance warning, so this is on, and that just means that if you get too close to a car, again, it will give you a warning. Audi Presense, I wonder what this is. Information. Within certain system limits, the Audi Presense functions can initiate measures to protect the occupants and other road users in certain dangerous situations. Interesting. So that is on automatically. Just going back on there. Oh no, I don't want to turn it off. I want to go back in. So it looks like it's got assist and swerve assist within the Audi Presense. Lane departure warning, I touched on this earlier. So when you indicate and move lanes, nothing happens, but if you were to not indicate and you were slowly veering out of your lane, it would actively try and pull you back into the lane that you were driving in. That was really helpful earlier. I think that would be particularly helpful if you're doing long distance driving and there's a risk that you might become tired or a little bit less alert. Hazard alerts, so that's on. Within certain system limits, the hazard alerts warn you of risks on the road ahead. Fatigue warning, so there is a small camera, I believe, inside that measures how alert you are by looking at your eyes, and it will again
sort of alert you or notify you in some way if it thinks that you're fatiguing, and it would probably recommend that you pull over and take a break. Distraction warning. So this is off at the moment, but maybe it's one that needs it might be one that needs a license as well. Oh no, I can turn that on. So distraction warning. Distraction warning assesses the level of distraction while driving based on how the driver operates the vehicle, such as if the driver uses the electric seat settings. The system may inform the driver by displaying a warning message. Interesting. So there's a ton of tech in this car, which I'm really, really impressed by, and I think will just make driving safer for me and for the children.
Okay, we are on the road again, and we're going to go and find somewhere to charge. So simple, put it into drive, and off we go.
I'm just popping out quickly to go and see if I can plug in and get charged up. So I know there to be some Instavolt chargers not too far from here. Obviously the long-term plan would be charging at home, and not having to rely on outdoor chargers, particularly local outdoor chargers. But my day-to-day driving, I will charge up at home, and then it'll all be sorted through really convenient home charging. On the odd occasion that we do longer distance driving, we obviously will need to use the infrastructure, the charging infrastructure. I can't remember the stat, but I think there are more EV chargers now than there are petrol stations, apparently. So they shouldn't be hard to come across, but we'll see. I really, really love the road presence that I have in this car. It's big, but it's not too big, you know? It's a really fine balance, I think, between having lots of space and a large, safe vehicle, and it being too big and feeling almost unsafe because of that. Like, you can't stick to your own lane.
So hopefully you can see there, I'm currently on 33% battery and it is 3:15. So I'm going to plug in and I'm going to set my timer. I'll go in and grab a coffee and let's see how quickly we can get to 80%. Okie dokie. So when I was talking to George earlier, he told me that this part of the charger here is the AC, which is what you'd use at home charging. And when you pull up this bit, you get access to the DC, which is what you'd have to use out and about. So that is your fast charger. So go to the Instavolt system. Okie dokie, let's get started. So I'm being told to tap my card. So I'll tap that there. It's done a pre-authorization of £45, so I'm assuming it won't actually cost £45 to charge. Okay, time to plug in. It's quite heavy. You need to be quite strong to... Okay, so as mentioned earlier, that will flash white until it's connected. So you do need to hang around and just make sure that that turns from white to green. George said it could take up to 20 seconds to connect the car. I've just looked back at the screen and it does still say trying to connect to your vehicle on the Instavolt charger. It still says connecting. Okay, and something's just clicked. Oh, look, it's gone green. Perfect, we're charging. Okay, so we're going to start the timer now. Okay, I've been charging for 21 minutes. So let's go and see how much battery the car's got. As a reminder, we're at 33%. Okay, we're back at the car. Still flashing green, which means we're not fully charged, but I also haven't preset it to stop charging at any point. So I think I just need to tap again to stop the charge. Okay. Just wrapping up your charging session. Okie dokie.
Hopefully that will turn white in a second, which means disconnected. White, perfect. So I should be able to unplug just like that. Put it in, and then it will summarise. Wow. Okay, so there we go. Let's see how much battery we got. As a reminder, we were here for 21 minutes and we started on 33%. So hopefully you can see that we've got up to 76% battery in 21 minutes. I don't think that's too bad. So 80% is like the optimum if you're doing your local driving and wanting to preserve your battery health. So yeah, we're 4% shy of that optimum level. So I've just put the car into dynamic drive mode, which I believe is the equivalent of the sport mode. We're just coming off a roundabout and heading into a 70 mile an hour limit, so let's see if you can feel the difference. Oh yeah. Okay, you can definitely feel the difference. There's nothing wrong with the comfort mode whatsoever, but my word, the car moves when it's in dynamic. That's powerful. So I'm just going to try efficient mode now. Efficiency it's called. Funnily enough, as I'm already driving, I've really noticed a difference going from dynamic into efficiency. It still feels good, good smooth drive, powerful. There wasn't like a noticeable reduction in power, so that's really interesting. It'd be interesting to kind of slow down and then speed up and see what the difference is in torque. But yeah, in terms of driving comfort, it's just as comfortable, it's just as smooth. There's no real change to how it feels. It has increased my battery percentage going from dynamic to efficiency. So dynamic dropped the battery percentage down to 73%, but driving on efficiency it now says I have 75% battery. So it's interesting to see the difference in how that translates to the actual battery, depending on what setting you choose to drive on. So if I go back to, so I'm currently on efficiency at 75% battery. If I go back onto comfort, which is just the standard driving, you know, when you turn the engine on, it comes on as that as standard. Still says 75% battery on comfort, so clearly comfort and efficiency are much of a muchness. Just coming up to a roundabout, so I'm going to go back into efficiency and I'm going to just see how that affects my power as I come off the roundabout and back onto the road the other side. So I'm coming off of the roundabout where I'll be doing 20 miles an hour probably, and then I'm going to be going straight into a 50 mile an hour limit. Okay, speed's dropped off. We're at 22 miles per hour. Roundabout. Even on efficient mode, this car moves really nicely. There's no struggle. It doesn't feel like it's pulled back on the power. It's instant because it's electric. There's no wait for the engine to engage. It's just, you know, the power's there already. But yeah, being on efficient mode there's not a compromise, you know. Most cars you drive,
there's a compromise somewhere. But with this one, I don't feel like I've compromised at all. The quality's been there throughout the entire drive. So I'm just picking the girls up from nursery, arguably my hardest critics. So let's see what they think. Okay, Olivia, you got to help me find the car. It's a blue car. And it's got 4. It's on the front of it. Okay. Can you see a blue car in the car park anywhere that's not normally there? Yeah. Yeah, it's a dark blue car. And if you look at the front of it, it's got 4 zeros on it. Or 4 O's. It's that one! Do you like it? Yeah? You like it? What do you like about it? What part did you like? The circles? Do you want to get in it? Yeah? Come on then, you're this side. Can you open the door? See if you're strong enough. Big pull. Bigger pull. Even bigger. Oh, should mummy do it? Oh, you did it. Good job. Can you climb up?
That was funny.
That was funny. What do you think? Have you got lots of space? Wow.
I can't even reach the floor.
You can't reach the floor. You've got lots of leg room for growing, hey? Right, I'll get Millie in and then I'll come and do your belt up, okay? Okay, you're in the car. What do you think? Do you like it? Yes? Millie likes it. What about Olivia? Yeah, what do you like about it? The circles on the front? That's the Audi logo. What else do you like about it? You've got all your feet up there. Yeah, you've got lots of leg room. Have you got lots of leg room over there?
There.
Uh-huh. Do you like it? Should we go for a drive? Yeah. Come on then. You tell me what you think about it. Fast? That's what cars do. I love fast. Do you love fast, Millie? Yeah. It can go a lot faster than this. Go even faster, but I need to go into a different speed zone there. Faster?
Where's the other speed zone?
Just up here.
Are we going speeding now?
Here we go, we're going faster.
Yay!
Are you having fun in the car?
Yay!
Is it a really nice car? You like the car too, Millie? Yeah? Olivia, what would you give this car out of 10? What would you give this car out of 10? A 9? I told you there were harsh critics. You'd like to keep the car forever? I would like to keep this car forever too. Should we ask the people at Vindis and Vindis Audi if we can keep it forever? Should we ask the guys at Vindis Audi if we can keep it forever, Millie? Yes? What about you, Olivia? Yeah. Okay, so my 24 hours are nearly up and I'm just en route back to Vindis Audi to drop off the car, which is disappointing. I would quite like to keep it for another 24 hours. I've had a great little driving experience in this car. It's been really nice, nifty, compact, but still feels like it's got all the road presence that you want from an SUV. Really nice, smooth drive, effortless. I'm driving in the rain this morning, which I was quite disappointed about because I would have really liked to have had a nice sunny drive back down to Northampton. But actually, it's quite good, I guess, to experience how the car handles in the rain. The automatic wipers have activated, which is really helpful. And yeah, the drive is still really smooth, and you know, there's no struggle. It's not slipping off the road. It feels really safe, feel really secure. The kids loved it. My husband loved it. My mum loved it. I loved it. So it's been a really good, worthwhile 24 hours. So thank you to the guys over at Vindis Audi. I really appreciate it. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you soon.
I'm just going to pull out from stationary onto a 60 carriageway
In comfort, no issues. Straight up to 60. In the rain too. Even though it's raining and it's a bit sort of dark and dingy outside, the car still feels really nice and light and airy. I haven't got the panoramic roof on this version. I do know that some of the Q4 e-trons come with a panoramic roof, so I can only imagine how light and airy those models must feel. But you know, this one, even without the panoramic roof, no issues. Feels really nice inside. I need to make a phone call, and one thing I've not been able to test out yet is the voice assistant, I think it's called. So there's a button on my steering wheel, and in theory I should be able to tell the car what I want it to do for me, so let's give it a go.
If you wish to use the offline speech recognition service as well, please accept the license agreement.
Okay, so I needed to accept a license agreement, which I've just done, so call Sarah Asprey.
I'm dialing the private number.
So I've just got back to Vindis Audi and I'm dropping off the Q4 e-tron, and when I'm looking to buy my next car, it has to fit into my family life first and foremost, but I also want something that I can comfortably commute in. This car honestly has everything. The German engineering is fantastic. The attention to detail in the car is excellent. The space, I'll remind you, this is considered a compact SUV, but it does not feel compact at all inside. There is so much space, there's so much legroom and headroom. It's light, it's airy, it's easy to drive, it's practical, it's got everything, and at the touch of a finger as well. It's all on the steering wheel system or in the central dash. There's not much I can fault with this car. In fact, I don't think there's anything I can fault with this car. I know as you spec up, you get additional benefits, so like the panoramic sunroof, which isn't on this model, but you can get it on higher specs. Honestly, other than that, there's nothing that I can find to fault this car. It's been really nice, and I just wish I had it for another 24 hours. But yeah, thank you so much.